Yeah, I guess at the end of the day, they thought, screw it, just import that shit.
Yeah, no, let's just not do that.
Yeah.
And the animation for when she turns into Sailor Moon, I'm like, oh no, this is bad.
Yeah, when you watch it, you're all, okay, I'm kind of glad that shit canned.
Sounds a lot like what happened. It sounds this canceled Americanization of a beloved Japanese property sounds like what they almost did to Gundam when they try to pitch the Doozy Bots.
Oh my god, I remember seeing clips of that.
Okay, so for those who don't know, way back when they were thinking of bringing Gundam to America, they weren't actually planning on bringing any TV show, but instead make an original TV show based on the Chibi SD Gundams sub-franchise. And their idea was to have a bunch of cool, radical, diverse teenagers.
Whoa!
And they're
radical.
Yeah. Tubular. And these teenagers, they are friends with a scientist because of course they are. And this scientist creates little midget robots and is able to implant the teenagers' minds into the robots in order to fight a bunch of evil chibi little robots. And all these robots are based off of the SD Gundams. Let's see if I can find it. The Doozy Bots.
Placing their minds in a robot. Why am I being reminded of RoboCop and RoboCop 2?
I was thinking more of Avatar.
Also, what's really messed up is that...
Yes, very good.
What's really messed up is that there's a guy in a wheelchair, and when he gets a new robot body, it's a robot with wheels for legs.
Oh. Talk about adding insult to injury.
Yep.
Yeah, I just shared the link.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
At least turn.
So in 1991, instead of getting like Gundam Wing or G Gundam or any sort of Gundam, we almost could have gotten this.
Oh, good grief! Why,
dude? If this is the 90s, I don't know what is.
Well, it's come straight from retrojunk.com as well.
Oh my, I forgot about that website.
Oh.
The animation style does look very late 80s, early 90s.
Mm-hmm. Like Dino Saucers or something.
Yeah.
Tally 2 for political correctness.
All stars as well. Pro stars.
Okay, so by the 1 minute 20 second, you'll see like the robots themselves.
Oh god, I recognize the animation style. It looks like it's from the Ruby Spears animation studio.
Oh my god, you're right.
This looks similar to the American Mega Man cartoon.
You're right.
Ruby Spears Superman series as well for the 50th anniversary.
Oh my god, look how goofy as fuck they are. More than SD Gundam itself.
oh geez.
Oh no, RX-78-2 Gundam, what have they done to you?
They Americanized me, bro.
Oh,
This sounds like a toy commercial.
Oh no, it's Zegok and the Doms.
What the? Oh my god.
Why is one of the villains riding a giant robotic goose?
That is, I will say this. That is certainly not from any Gundam series I've ever watched.
What the hell?
Oh, wait, it's
what
turkey.
crack were they smoking when they made this?
Why does that turkey reminds me that belongs in a Sonic the Animated Series?
Would that be Sonic Underground or Adventures of?
I think Adventures of.
Possibly, yeah.
That's going to be Adventures. Oh, God.
Behold! My
What the hell am I watching?
Turkey.
Oh, okay. That's kind of a reference there, right there, where the turkey is like laying eggs, and out of the eggs comes new Doms. that is, I guess, a reference to the like Gashapon capsule toys, where like it's one of those like you put a couple coins in, you get a little plastic ball, you open up the ball, and you get a little miniature figurine.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Ah.
This is something I might lose brain cells.
Oh sure, the gun cannon. He doesn't do anything cool like shoot fire out of, like, he doesn't shoot anything out of his cannons. He shoots golf balls. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, there's in the capsule that the gun tank has.
Gun tank.
Oh, the animation styles also reminded me a little bit of Samurai Pizza Cats.
Oh man.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
This is like something you would show to Alex in A Clockwork Orange.
Oh.
Oh. Turn it off! Turn it off! Turn it off!
So yeah, that's in an alternate timeline, in an alternate universe. This is what we could have gotten.
I'm glad we didn't.
Me too.
That would have been shown in. That would have been shown in Earth 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And instead, we would have had like a bunch of seasons of Doozy Bots, each based off of a season of Gundam.
Hey man, you never know with parallel universes.
And there would be a
It
universe
can't
where
be
the...
real.
Oh, sorry.
No problem. You're good.
I'm not sure if you've heard, MJ, but apparently during the 90s there was a plan to make a live-action Thunderbirds movie in 1993.
Yeah, I do recall hearing about this, and apparently they wanted Matt Damon as John Tracy. That's pretty intriguing.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
That is the most un-PC movie ever. I can't believe they got away with half the shit in that movie.
Apparently Jerry Anderson saw that movie.
I mean, we've all seen the South Park movie, and even to this day, I half the shit they put in that movie, especially the Uncle song. Because by that point, we'd all heard the Kyle's Mom's a Bitch song. We're like, okay, that's pushing the envelope. Friend of mine, hey Pete, how you doing? He, at the time, the pair of us I was 18 by that point. He was about 6 months away from it. We're sat in the Odeon in Bristol, and him, me, and at least 2 or 3 people that are probably about 15 to 20 years more distinguished than us. We're hearing this song, and we're like, what the hell? And then some 5 years later, they bring out Team America World Police, and I'm not even going to repeat some of the stuff that they tried in that movie, but oh gosh.
Everyone has AIDS. AIDS, AIDS,
Oh,
AIDS, AIDS,
oh.
AIDS. AIDS, 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 AIDS.
And let's not forget the puppet love scene that they tried to like.
Oh my god. What the hell?
I love it when that things like that happen where they're intentionally fucking around with their audience.
And
well, that's one way to get wood.
and then the vomiting scene.
Oh, that was a bit much.
For a project I did in university, I actually spoke to Jamie Anderson.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And he said during that sequence, that's when his father, Jerry Anderson, may he rest in peace, he actually stopped he stopped watching the movie at that point because he was like, nope, that's not my thing.
Fair enough.
Right.
Mind you, he did actually say he preferred that movie over that Thunderbirds movie.
So Team America.
I may not be a big fan of Thunderbirds, but even I know that was shit.
That movie. Ugh. I mean, even Helsing, he was a casual fan, but he wasn't, of Thunderbirds. Okay, I go back to watching that review because, you know, the fact that he got round to watching that and seeing how awful that train wreck was, I don't want to say it touches a soft spot, but it's sort of satisfying to know that he does actually appreciate Thunderbirds the way it was when he saw a few episodes of the original series, to know that he and I are on a level playing field, that we both despise that movie. I was like, okay, that's good. And he's like, when it's all said and done, folks, can I recommend folks? He goes like, what the fuck do you think? No, fuck no. Because I'm sorry, the only things I can defend that movie with, the score's decent. The actual art style of the ships are fine.
Yeah, that was cool.
It's the script, the acting, and I do agree with him that only Bill Paxton tried. Nobody gave a damn in that movie, and
not even Sir Ben Kingsley?
Dude, how can I put this? Emmer said in his review his performance in Blood Rain was better.
Oh,
The pain. Speaking of bad British accents, look at Michelle Rodriguez's British accent.
Oh God, I could do better.
Michelle Rodriguez did a British accent.
Yes.
You tell.
No.
Yeah, I remember watching a Nostalgia Critics episode with Spoonie and Linkara, and just hearing her English accent. I'm like, what?
What movie was this?
It was Blood Rain. And it was the Ooh, a Ball movie. You know, the same Ooh, a Ball that made a lot of video game movies.
Everything.
Yup.
I thought Hollywood swept him under the carpet by now.
Yeah, I think that was Christina Loken's first movie after doing Terminator 3.
Wow.
Ooh.
That was a 2-year gap, because that movie came out in 2003.
It did. And of course, Thunderbirds was out the year after.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I'm remembering correctly, but was the Thunderbirds one?
Say again, Lydia?
Wasn't Vanessa Hudgens in that movie?
Oh yeah, she was. She was too.
Yes. Yes.
It was pre-High School Musical, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. That came out in 2006. This came out in 2004.
Yeah.
She pretty much didn't really do much except for the fact of they still kept the established story that Tintin is the niece of the Hood, but they then established that, well, the Hood has psychokinetic powers of being able to move objects with his mind, so let's have her have the same powers as well. And again, I don't think that really needed to be worked into the script at all. It just would have been okay if they had just done something similar to what they're currently doing with her. Right. In the new series, she is not referred to as Tintin. She is just referred to as Tanusha Ko Kirano, because although the estate owners of Adventures of Hergé's Tintin was okay with her being called said name in the original series and the movie, for whatever reason now they have a problem with it. So I don't know. I just think it probably would have been better, and Steven knows what I'm talking about this. It probably just would have been better if they just made her a similar role to what she's doing now, which is basically just being the badass female action girl.
And head of security.
Yes. The only thing I find is a little bit weird is that she's got a very strong, posh English accent in this series. That threw me off a little bit. Because in the original series, she's supposed to be of, I think it's Malaysian descent. Whereas, for whatever reason now, because she's actually voiced by Colby Williams, who's been on Holby City, if I'm not mistaken. And it's just weird hearing this character that, again, is supposed to be of Malaysian descent, but it's got this very strong British accent. And it's the same thing with the Hood now, because he just sounds like a straight up, and surprise, surprise, they make an English-speaking actor a villain in a show, and I'm like, come on, guys, we really hate this stereotype. We're not all of us over here in England are evil-minded geniuses bent on destroying the world. Come on now.
What?
No.
You mean to tell me that my entire childhood has been a lie?
But Andre Williams, who voices the Hood, he sounds like an English version of Telly Savalas. This very sort of suave and sophisticated. Think like a Saturday morning cartoon villain that you voice, Kaiju, but add an English accent to it. That sort of thing. And I'm like, come on, guys, stop stereotyping us. We really hate that. But, and it's a funny thing. I think, Stephen, you can agree on this. I think ITV were smart the way they were to leave that amount of distance between the movie in 2004 to when they brought the series out for the 50th anniversary, because there needed to be enough time where people would have dissociated themselves from the movie, so that then we can come into this series and, right from the first episode, at least 97% of fans, old and new, love it.
Oh, yes, definitely.
I mean, I've said this numerous times, whether it be on Facebook or on YouTube. You get to like the first 50 seconds to maybe the first 2 minutes of Ring of Fire Part 1. They get right in 1 minute that movie failed to do in nearly 2 hours.
I was at the BFI when they did the screening for the first two-parter.
Really?
Yeah. And literally, when Thunderbird 2 came, you just saw glimpses of it. And when Thunderbird 2 appeared out of a cloud, literally the whole of the theater screen just went right up in applause.
I had literally just finished.
I literally got goosebumps from where I was sitting.
Wow. I remember because I'd asked Random to record both parts for that evening, because that came out on Easter Saturday 2 years ago. Because I was at work at the time, and I was chomping at the bit to get home and see this. I think I'd watched that two-parter at least 3 times that night, because, again, they had just gotten so many things right within those first within that first two-parter, and in a way, it felt like they weren't trying. If that makes any sense to you. It felt so natural and organic. And Raiden, you've actually seen that first two-parter, haven't you?
I think I have.
Because I shared a link onto your timeline. Yes, no?
Yeah, you did. You did it. You did.
Should be worth noting, for those that are listening, the first 2 episodes of that series is actually up on the Thunderbirds Are Go YouTube channel. Why they went and did this specifically, I don't know. Maybe it was just to get more eyes on the product and just to maybe entice people to go buy the DVD. Plus, you should. It's awesome. Go do it. The major criticism I have, and Steve, I think you probably might agree with me on this, the DVD releases suffer a lack of extra features on there, which I feel like they could have done with.
I think it's a habit with a lot of things, not just TV shows now. It's done with movies as well.
Because I noticed there's a lot of stuff that they put on their YouTube channel, like with the best bits with Virgil, the best moments with Thunderbird 2, or the vehicles. they could easily have had those as extra features on the DVD. I mean, probably would have turned Volume 1 when they put it out to maybe, be at least 2 to 3 discs, because that people probably would have appreciated that.
Mm.
No, I certainly would, because when I went to review the DVDs, the only thing I could really comment on was the box art, the audio quality, and the visual quality. And I'm not the only one who's probably thinking this as well. Why have we not had a Blu-ray release of that, considering that thing was recorded in 4K?
Not to mention, with Blu-ray, you can have that's where most of the features are on home releases. Did you see the clip that they put on the Thunderbirds Facebook page where they just have the tiny characters interacting with the sets?
Yeah, I saw that. I love that.
And then Virgil trying to reach up to get a coffee or start the coffee machine.
I know. It has to be said, particularly with the people that they got as the vocal cast for that series, you couldn't have gotten anybody better than the 3 principal voice actors. Some of them of which are doing dual voice roles. It's being very respectful to what took place 50 years ago, and I think probably the one who stands out the most is probably either Thomas Brodie Sangster as John and David Menken as Virgil. I mean, I know he does well with his Gordon voice, but Virgil, he's just very likable.
Yeah, the peacemaker.
Although I raised an eyebrow with last week's episode where Gordon says, "Oh, this just be as easy as replacing a fuse on your hairdryer." I was like, "What do you mean my hairdryer?" I'm like, "Virgil, is there something you want to tell us?" I was like, hey, it's 2060 by that point in the in the world that they're inhabiting. It's like, there's something you're not telling us, dude. Come on now, don't have to hide.
If it's okay with you, MJ, there's a story that I had that relates to kind of one of the voice actors from Thunderbirds. If
Go
it's
on.
okay.
Yeah, share it.
I was at the last Transformers convention known as Auto Assembly in 2015. It had come to the script reading.
Right.
And they were getting the voice actors to come up on stage. And lo and behold, who should be there than Rasmus Hardeiker.
Wow.
Believe it or not, he's actually a huge Transformers fan.
Wow.
He has a stall at the convention where he sells prototypes and special artworks and stuff.
Wow. Whom is he voicing then?
He was originally what they planned to do for this script reading, and I've heard this from a friend who did the convention. They wanted to include Scott and Alan Tracy in the script. And so Rasmus decided to call up ITV and say, would this be okay? And the heads at ITV were saying, like, no, you can't do that. You have to have authorization to use our characters. So literally 2 hours before the script reading, they had to rewrite and come up with a new story. But he voiced Simon Plum, who's the head of who was the former head of the convention.
Ah.
But I was there. I was at the convention with a friend of mine. Her name's. We've known each other for a few years, and she's a big Thunderbirds fan as well.
Sweet.
So, kind of as a belated birthday present, I got her a Scott Tracy action figure, which I gave to her at the convention.
Oh, that's nice.
And Scott's her favorite character, and so she squealed when she heard that he was there. And so an idea came into my head. And I just basically nudged her and said, Jade, you could actually get that figure signed by him.
Nice.
That just made our evening. We ended up hanging out with him by the bar, so I can officially say I've had a pint with Scott Tracy.
Nice, bro.
Sorry if I rambled a bit.
No, dude,
No,
it's
no,
fine.
no, no. It's all good. It's all good.
We endorse it. Carry on.
Oh, that's what we do most of the time.
Yeah, pretty much. I've
Yeah,
actually
but-
spoken with him a couple of times on Twitter. Just asking what was it like to be voicing the characters. He says, as a fan, it's an honor and a privilege to voice both Scott and Alan. And I said, wow, I never thought you'd respond. Thanks for taking the time. Just said, my pleasure.
Yeah. Me and Jay both have added him on Facebook as a friend.
Oh, nice.
That's also awesome.
I didn't know he was on Facebook.
He goes by the... if you want, I can link you to his Facebook page a bit later.
Sure.
But he's a great guy.
Yeah, I think David Mencken refers to him as a human speaker box.
Oh, yes.
Because the amount of voices he's able to come up with. Because he also voiced Count Duckula recently in the new version of Danger Mouse, which surprised that he was doing that.
And I think he's one of the engines in the current series of Thomas the Tank Engine.
Oh, yeah, we talked about a little something about that earlier.
Yeah. But he voices Ryan the Electric Engine.
Oh, cool. Mind you, I saw bits and pieces of the live-action movie from 2000. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. That's what happens.
Oh, no, you don't want to know, dude. Trust me.
Okay.
That's what happens when executives take control over a product. Because that wasn't the original version that Britt Allcroft wanted.
Nope. She ended up resigning as a result.
There's actually campaigns to try and get the original version that Britt Allcroft sought after to be made, to be reproduced.
Because I'm pretty sure it's one of those movies Peter Fonda doesn't want to be reminded of either.
Nope.
Nor, was it?
Mara Wilson?
Yeah.
No, not Mara Wilson. I'm trying to think of the Mr. Conductor. That was it.
Yeah, Alec Baldwin.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Remember seeing Nostalgia Critic's review of where he's got this sort of unintentional bird sign on his hand as he's trying to reach for a crane, and he just highlights in text, "I'm sure this was intentional."
Well, I think he was the narrator for Thomas in America at the time.
Guys, I gotta run a quick errand really quick, so I'm gonna mute my mic. I should be gone maybe 20 minutes tops.
Okay.
Girl, do what you
I'll
gotta
be right
do.
back.
That's all right.
I'll still be here. It's just my microphone will be muted, so you don't hear random background noises because my neighbor is getting some stuff done to his house.
That's fine. Again, do what you gotta do, Wen. Do what you gotta do.
All right.
Great girl.
Yeah.
She knows it too.
So I was talking to Win about the other day where I was making like a joke about how we were all like the Ninja Turtles.
Cowabunga, dude.
Yeah, I made a joke. It's like she's Michelangelo because she's the party turtle.
Yep.
I'm Raphael because I have anger issues, and he's my favorite turtle. MJ's my Leonardo because he's the leader.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Hooray, I'm the smart one. And the least popular.
Oh, I've always liked Donnie.
Oh.
Especially the 8 version.
Yeah. And since we ran out of turtles, I made A-Log Casey Jones.
A-Log is
Unless-
Casey Jones.
Unless you count that Saban series.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we don't count that one at all. No.
Oh, what? Next Mutations? No. That did not happen.
Although it
I think
has Scott McNeil pretty much playing Scott McNeil in that series.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he was Bone Steel, a really, really mad, crazy hunter guy.
Huh.
And Gary Chalk actually played an ape in that series.
Really?
Yeah, Silver.
Right. Ape, silverback. Ugh.
Mm. It was for some reason a mobster.
What?
You're adding even more cliches.
Like Silverman from Spider-Man comics?
Maybe, I don't know. It's been a while since I watched it. All I remember from that show was Scott McNeil was pretty much playing Scott McNeil, because I've met the guy in real life and he's really crazy.
Really?
Yep. But he actually liked my Dinobot impression.
It was an honor to meet such a talented man.
What did I just walk into?
Everyone, come on.
I don't know what it was, but that sounds awesome.
Dinobot from Beast Wars.
Dude.
Okay.
Dude!
I've managed to get a demo reel finally recorded a few weeks
Oh,
back.
nice.
That's amazing.
I'd love to see what they could do with Beast Wars with updated graphics in today, because in the 90s when we did see it originally, that was cutting edge stuff. Today you kind of look at it today and like,
It's more digitized now, CGI based. But you see a lot of people like go back to that hand drawn animation stuff, which makes me happy.
Like Beast Wars Neo in Japan.
Oh yeah, I've seen a little bit of that.
And Beast Wars Second.
What?
I love
right.
Beast Wars Second. I mean, especially the guitar in that. Oh, so well done.
That's how I first knew about Leo Prime or Leo Convoy.
Mm-hmm.
Lyle Convoy. Just weird. You see him as a lion, and then you see him in his robot state. It's like, oh, it's Optimus Prime.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been nice if had Beast Wars continued where they were still on Earth, because you did actually see Optimus Prime in 90s CG. It just would have been cool to see Optimus Primal and Optimus Prime working together. Because Prime did come online for literally 2 seconds before going back into stasis.
Just imagine hearing Gary Chalk and Peter Cullen just going at it, just with
that would have been great.
Yeah.
Without Peter Cullen phoning it in.
Yeah.
Because this would have been 90s era Peter Cullen.
Yeah.
The Toonami promo guy, as I have remembered him.
Yeah.
He actually
That's what I
narrated
first
the
knew about him,
dinosaur
too.
documentary once.
Hmm?
In America, I think it was in 2013, he actually voiced narration in a documentary called Bizarre Dinosaurs.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
They used pretty much the Optimus Prime voice.
Ugh.
Nowadays, that's all he can do.
Yeah.
Freedom is all the right to sentient beings. That's all I hear from Kellen, man. Let's be honest.
Although it'd be
Imagine,
funny
like, Sorry, go ahead.
it'd be funny seeing Optimus Prime narrating a day in the life of the Dinobots.
Here we see Grimlock in his natural habitat.
Here, Grimlock proclaims that he is king.
Me, Grimlock, no want to munch metal.
It appears that Grimlock does not want to munch on metal. I can imagine like Peter Cullen. He's like, imagine if he tries to any sort of like regular role where he plays like a regular person, like a father within a sitcom. It's like, hello, son. How are you today? Fine, Dad, but why are you talking so dramatically? This is how I always speak, son.
Oh
Or
man,
freedom is the right of all sentient beings. What are you talking about, Dad? Go to school now, son.
I can imagine.
Oh, I'm trying to have him in the Beast talk to his daughter.
Man, I can imagine Rat Trap be like. I can imagine Rat Trap be like watching a video with Optimus Prime. Was like, Boss Monkey, what's that supposed to be you? Are you kidding me? Chopper Face, what do you got to say about this?
I do not like to comment on such trivial matters.
Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough.
Good old Chomper Face. You imagine they going out to get pizza. Family, let's roll out and get takeout. I still question them wanting to do a cinematic universe for Transformers. I'm like, haven't we had enough movies from them now?
Meh.
Yeah, nah.
How about concentrating on making
glad Michael Bay is not on the project anymore.
Quote unquote.
You say that, but he always comes back
Oh God, you're right.
like a bad boomerang.
I keep forgetting he was the producer for Friday the 13th parody. I mean, not parody, the 2009 remake.
No.
And Nightmare on Elm Street.
Michael Bay was a bad boomerang. That would imply he would never come back. Because a
He's like
boomerang
a cockroach.
always comes back.
No.
He's a cockroach. You can't squish him.
Ugh. And of course, they're doing the Bumblebee movie next year with John Cena in the lead role.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
Bumblebeena, huh?
Oh.
Oh God! Now I'm thinking them merging into one being.
Bumblebee's.
And his name is Bumblebeena.
With his own 5 moves of doom. Tries to get shot, moves out at 3.
And you know that at some point, Bumblebee, because they still refuse to give him a voice, he'll throw in that he'll use his radio to play John Cena's theme in one instance.
And then he'll do the "You Can't See Me."
Yeah.
Oh.
It's coming. It's coming. It's gonna happen.
Giving him ideas.
And it's ironic that the Marky Mark lookalike is going to be in a movie before Marky Mark.
Huh.
Damn. Ain't that some shit?
Although in the comics.
Difference is Marky Mark can actually act.
Oh God. Speaking of acting, he's going to be in this movie called Cockblockers.
Oh yeah, I saw the trailer for that. I'm like, oh.
The final moments of this that trailer, I'm like, oh God, no, Cena, why are you doing this?
Because money.
True.
We've got to have money.
Yes.
And I heard he's going to play a bull.
Tony J, you magnificent bastard, we miss you.
Yeah.